Hello, everyone! As you all know, talents have gone through some small changes after the latest game update. So in this video, we'll take a look at what exactly changed, and most importantly, which talent trees are now the correct ones. We'll also talk about Liu Che and his possible pairings that could work as alternatives after the new talent changes. Before we start this video, I'd like to ask you to please drop a like. It really helps the YouTube algorithm promote the video. I'll go through each talent change in order, but I'll try to keep it brief and focus only on the important parts. If you still remember, the changes basically say that now any reduction to skill damage taken effect is now reduction to skill, combo attack, smite damage taken. I want to emphasize the phrase, any reduction to skill damage, because that's not entirely true, and not everything was changed. For example, this didn't affect the cavalry tree, and we still only get less skill damage there. I think that clears that part up, but what actually changed then? The support tree received a pretty strong improvement. Before, it only mentioned skill damage, but now they've added combo and smite damage as well. That means it will trigger more often and reduce not only skill damage but also combo and smite. The only issue is that we almost never play commanders with this tree, except maybe Herman. You can sometimes see him in 6 March setups, and Scipio if you're still using skill damage infantry. Overall, we were already using this before, but the question is how to build the talents if you don't already have it set up. Throughout the video, I'll be showing images of the talent builds so you can use them yourself. Going back to the support tree, we could also mention Philip, but he's rarely used as a primary commander. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad, it definitely has its place, but personally, I wouldn't make Philip primary unless you're running 7 marches. Next, the skill tree. With Heraldic Shield, we now take less damage not only from skill damage, but also from combo and smite, which is great. Qin Shi is now tankier. But the same can't be said about Naked Rage. Now it's basically useless, because there's no real point in dealing more skill damage if you're just going to receive more damage from skill, combo, and smite afterwards. So I recommend ignoring Naked Rage unless you're one of those players who only cares about damage. And here's what the talent build for Qin Shi looks like now. The attack tree suffered the most. If we're talking about commanders, that mainly affects Liu Che and Attila. Before, Martial Mastery basically gave us a free 6% normal damage, but now we pay for it with 3% extra combo and smite damage taken. Honestly, it feels kind of pointless, since both of these commanders depend on normal damage. But it still makes some sense because, as I said, combo and smite damage depend on normal damage, and on top of that, basic attacks and counterattacks also increase. It's just not as good as it used to be. Is that a reason to stop using it? Honestly, it's hard for me to say, but personally, I'm not going to drop it. I'll still prefer Martial Mastery over Elite Soldiers, but if you want to use the other option, here's a talent build for it. In general, these changes affected Liu Che quite negatively. For some players, it even became a reason not to run Liu Che as a primary commander anymore. I don't really agree with that, but Liu Che's talent tree was already falling behind after the smite tree appeared. So I have an alternative for you. We all know Liu Che has an amazing expertise where he launches an extra combo attack which triggers instant procs, and that's why he works so well with Alexander and Philip. But his talent tree is what holds him back. I personally wouldn't separate Liu Che and Alexander, but if you're playing Liu Che with Philip, you should definitely try changing your approach. What I mean is creating 2 infantry pairs, Sun Tzu Prime with Liu Che and Bai Qi with Philip. That way you'll be using the smite talent trees. To be honest, I haven't personally tried playing like this yet, but I've heard positive feedback about it. And honestly, I wasn't very happy with the performance of Liu Che Philip in the last KVK, even considering that Philip buffs the other marches. So I definitely want to try something new. Overall, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. The other changes don't really require any action from our side. I'm talking about the defense, mobility tree, and the increased damage in the combo and smite trees. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.